Let's jump right into this explainer because we are tackling an absolute nightmare every driver dreads. Picture this. You're driving along and suddenly that check engine light starts flashing and your whole engine block is violently shaking. You're idling rough and instantly your mind goes to one thing. How much is this going to cost me? Well, a dealership is going to want $450 to replace your ignition coils and spark plugs. But today, I'm going to show you how to do it right in your driveway in 15 minutes for 35 bucks.
Right, $450. That is the actual real-world quote you'll get at the service desk for this exact job. And keep in mind, we aren't talking about a major engine overhaul here. This is totally standard, routine maintenance, but it gets priced using these super rigid corporate flat-rate books.
But we're completely bypassing that dealership tax today. You really have a clear choice here. You can either hand over that $450 or you can spend about 15 minutes and 35 bucks on the exact same parts to fix it yourself.
It really boils down to something called the DIY value retention ratio. Think about it. When you go to a shop, you aren't just paying for the fix itself. You're actually subsidizing their high-end diagnostic equipment, the technician's training, the massive overhead of the building, and crazy parts markups that easily hit 200 to 300%. When you do it yourself, you capture all of those savings. You keep that money right in your pocket.
Section 1. Diagnosing code P030, the enemy under the hood.
So you plug an OBD2 scanner into your car and it spits out a code. If you see P0300, well, that's a bit of a headache. That means you've got a random, unpredictable misfire jumping across multiple cylinders. But if you get a code like P0301, that is a laser pointer aiming straight at a failing cylinder 1. P0302, that's cylinder 2, and so on. It narrows the whole hunt down to one specific spot in the engine bay.
Now, to even read these codes without shelling out $100 just for a diagnostic fee, you're going to need a scanner. The BleckTech is a massive favorite for DIYers. Why? Because for under $90, it gives you unlimited scans with absolutely zero subscription fees. It's wired, it's super reliable, and it hands you the exact diagnostic codes you need for literally 95% of the repairs you'll ever do at home.
Okay, so let's say you know cylinder 1 is misfiring. You're instantly faced with a really critical question. Is the misfire coming from a worn-out spark plug, or is it a dead ignition coil? Sure, you could just replace both, but pinpointing exactly what's broken, that's how you actually win at driveway economics. This is where we use an awesome mechanic secret called the component swap methodology. Instead of just throwing new parts at the car and hoping for the best, you use the engine itself as your test stand. All you do is unbolt the coil from cylinder 1, the one you suspect is bad, and literally just swap it with the perfectly good coil sitting on cylinder 2. Then you just start the car back up and scan it again. If your reader suddenly spits out a P0302 code, boom, the misfire followed the coil over to cylinder 2. You now know 100% that specific coil is dead. If the code stays on cylinder 1, the coil is fine and you're probably looking at a bad spark plug or fuel ejector. It's an entirely free way to diagnose the problem.
Section 2. Essential tools and safety. Before you turn a wrench.
Before we get our hands dirty, let's talk gear. For this job, you're going to need a 5/8" spark plug socket. Make sure it has that little rubber insert inside to grip the plug. You'll also need a standard socket wrench with a few extensions to reach down into the engine block, a little packet of dielectric grease for the electrical connections, and most importantly, your safety glasses and a memory saver tool.
And hey, huge hazard warning here. Before you even think about unbolting that battery terminal to start working, you absolutely must plug that memory saver into your OBD2 port. This feeds just enough backup voltage to the car to keep your engine computer's memory alive. Trust me, you do not want to deal with the secondary electrical nightmares of losing your idle settings or radio codes.
While you're tearing things down, keep your eyes peeled for a few sneaky traps. Look closely at the rubber coil boots for any deformities or tiny pinholes that might be leaking spark directly onto the engine block. Also, treat your new spark plugs like fragile glass. If they were dropped during shipping, microscopic cracks in the porcelain will cause an immediate misfire. Oh, and if you pull a coil and see oil pooled down in the spark plug well, that's a bigger issue. That means you're going to need a new valve cover gasket to stop the leak.
Section 3. The 3-step driveway fix. 15 minutes to total empowerment.
We're breaking this down into 3 super logical steps. Getting everything organized over a completely cool engine, a really careful teardown of the plastics, and then the actual replacement and torque application.
Step 1 is non-negotiable. Never, ever work on a hot engine block. Hot aluminum warps and thread strip incredibly easily, so let it cool all the way down first.
For step 2, peel back those covers and be incredibly gentle when you squeeze the plastic tabs to unplug your sensors. Automotive plastic is notoriously brittle, especially on older cars. Just give the connector a gentle wiggle instead of yanking the wires so you don't snap anything. Now for step 3, when you go to insert that brand new spark plug, always hand thread it first. Drop it in gently with your socket and turn it by hand until it's seated perfectly. Only then should you grab your torque wrench and tighten it to the exact spec in your manual. Why? Because cross-threading a hard steel spark plug into a soft aluminum block will instantly turn your cheap $35 fix into a $3,000 engine rebuild. So take your time.
Section 4. The engine start payoff. The ultimate DIY catharsis.
I'm telling you, there is absolutely no better feeling in the world than turning that key, watching that horrible check engine light completely disappear, and hearing the engine purr like a kitten. It's the ultimate thrill of competence. You diagnosed it, you turned the wrenches, and you fixed it all by yourself.
And man, that empowerment really hits home when you realize the massive bullet you just dodged. Sometimes repair shops will throw out these wildly inflated numbers, what we call walkaway quotes, just to scare you away from jobs they don't feel like doing. They might quote you $1,200 for a simple evaporative purge valve. But once you know how to turn a wrench, those arbitrary numbers just lose all their power to intimidate you. So this explainer really proves that you have the power to beat the dealership tax with your own 2 hands, using some basic logic, simple tools, and a little bit of patience. You are no longer at the mercy of the service desk. Which really leaves us with one big question. Now that you've mastered the driveway arbitrage, what other mechanical mysteries are you ready to confidently conquer next?